aboard, folks! It's Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to the All aboard, folks! Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to the 5th episode of our Railroad Tycoon 2 Let's Play. Last time we were here, we managed to make it to the Rockies! Hooray! Except good luck trying to get over them because that's how this game rolls. Hoo boy! We'll save that for another time. As for the here and now, we did manage to make it to the Rockies and connect to the rest of Texas. So today, we're actually going to try to get past the Rockies, though not the one parts with the white snow all over them. That is going to be a monumental task if we try that, and a huge mistake. Instead, we're going to try to go south through the desert here. Near Albuquerque, like New Mexico, Arizona, as well as through Mexico here, the northern and central parts of it. And maybe we can hit up Mexico City. I saw something I liked last time out, and we might investigate that. So, you know what buttons to hit. And let us begin. And I'm going to start off with the desert route here. First, let me do my stock market buying. Right now, a little bit of an update on this since I'm over here. Let's see, 51. We're looking at 271 million in total combined book value and personal net wealth. Again, there is no multiplier, so we're just doing this straight. So we got to make up for that sort of thing. So I turned the dividend up to 120. We have tons of cash, so it's not like we can't do it. It's just we're going to have to... We'll get to that inevitably once we're done with tracks building, so we'll see what happens. Because we still got a lot to go here. I'm just looking around, see if there's anything new we could build by. Huh, well that's interesting. Your coal mine is losing money. Well, I don't want that. I don't want things that lose money. How dare you? Yeah, our steel production's been kind of weak. Yeah, something ain't right with our steel production, but so be it. We'll deal with that some other time. I know all the iron is up here, so that's kind of the issue. And all of our coal's down here. We'll get to that sometime later. Let's just focus on cities, though. I'm going to start off with where we kind of left off over here. We do got a steel train rolling in this area. There it is. So what I want to do is I want to have this roll past Albuquerque and go down the valley down to El Paso and Chihuahua. And eventually have it connect over here. But I'm going to hold off on that for a minute because, as I mentioned, there's something I noticed earlier, the end of the last episode. Huh? You can probably do the math here. What if you played this game, what this might lead to. That is not what I had in mind, but okay, you do you, game. Jeez. Alright. Let's get these first. Here's the problem. This area is very hilly. I don't like that at all. So we're going to have to try to navigate these hills the best we can here. The next problem, too, is where do we end up? I'm thinking San Luis Potosi. I totally mispronounced that, more than likely, so apologies, but so be it. Spanish is not my first language, in case anyone hasn't figured it out already. Okay. That is the best I can do. Alright, we at least connected that up. And we're going to need a junction over here. I'm aware of the hill, the Monterey, but so be it. Monterey's on a hill, which is a problem within itself, so this is going to suck. I guess we have to get this to Guadalajara. So something like this. And if I can curve this along the river over here, that would work. But now let's get what we came here for. And that would be this. Oh dear, that's not good. It should make it. We're only going one way unless I want it to come here. Which actually, you know what? Wait a minute now. We should do that. Here I was going to go all the way to Mexico City for this, and now all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, no, you don't have to go that far. Okay. Okay, so let's build out a couple stations here, shall we? This one's the important one now. Should probably have that up here. Guadalajara should be connected too, although we are missing quite a few houses in the process. Oh dear. That's good enough. Almost a city, but not quite. Alright. And if we go north of Guadalajara, we've got a couple of things that we need to get. Alright. Not gonna build anything here. Oh, I didn't build it close enough. Alright. But we can build it here. Alright. The only thing I'm not gonna like is this. This giant hill. But I think we can pull it off nevertheless, so hold on. Alright, we know how this works. The only problem now is how long is it going to take to get up this hill to get to the steel mill. We'll find out sooner or later, but I think we've got what we needed here. There's actually a passenger train that goes in this area, believe it or not. I'll extend it to this one to Guadalajara. Wait, hold up. Whoa, whoa, I don't want it to go all the way that far. What the heck? Oh, wait, this is a... Oh, you know what? You know what? Wait a minute now. No, it's this one. Okay, and then I'm going to have this passenger train dodge the Monterey Hill of Doom over here. I'm only going to bring it as far north as Houston here, so that'll work. If I don't want to have one strictly in Mexico only. You get to, unfortunately, go on the Monterey Hill of Doom, so, oof, I should say. There. Theoretically, we do something with this coffee, too, if we really wanted to. So, I mean, there's no steel mill here. Where would be a nearest cannery, though? That's the next question. If there... I answered my own question! Oh, this is interesting. Alright, to Mexico's capital city we go. Okay. Well, that was easy. Oh, my goodness. Whoa! I don't want that. I do not like that. I do like... Is that right there? And ta-da! We made it to Mexico City. Alrighty. There we go. We made it to Mexico City now. Nice! 2.5 million? Well, you read my mind. All I really need to do is send 3 trains of stuff between the two, and then we're all set. Okay, we'll deal with that some other time. You gotta go to Mexico City, speaking of which. Challenge accepted, I guess. Now, how does a cannery work here? So coffee and a steel makes 2 food. So if I were to do 2 and 2, that would work. We're gonna have 1 extra, but that doesn't matter. As long as I don't need to steal from Matamoros, we're good. So I got an idea. It's gonna be silly, but hey, so be it. There's that coffee. Oh dear. See, this is now where it gets a little bit complicated. We're gonna have to make it a 2, I guess. See, I wish I had a third one here. Huh, this is, I wish I had two. Okay. I'm not doing two trains, separate trains, so that's silly. I guess we can only do 4 food to it, then. That sucks, but, well, them's the breaks, I guess. And it goes right back to Matamoros. There, we're taking advantage of the coffee farm now. Okay. I was told there was 2.5 million waiting for me, so excuse me for 1 second. These are only going to be one-way trips, though. Alright, so they're... Whoa, wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Alright, I was told there was money here. Alright, I was told there was money to be made here, so once those go ahead, they'll send them out. We need one more, too, not for nothing. I think Mexico City's the closer of the two, so there we go. Those trains will inevitably get what they're coming here for, so we'll get our 18 loads, we'll get our money. I like 2.5 million, and we're good. Alright, so I'm looking at this right now. Where else? Tampico, I like that. Alright. Ah! What the hell? That scared the crap out of me. Okay, and of course it's the one of our steel trains. What else is new? Alright. So we got that. So basically there's going to be 2 routes here if I can do it or not. Let me look at this. Never mind, there's only going to be 1 route. Yeah, there's only going to be 1 route. I was thinking this would be a coastal route, but nah, there's a hill here. And a good one too. Oh dear. Sorry, Zalapa. I guess you're not getting a train right away. Okay. So in the future, I guess there'll be 1 route, and it's right through here. And at that point, we can connect to the rest of Central America here. Or south towards the Yucatan. So my goal, I guess, if I were to do this from Tampico, would be to have a train go this way and a track go down past this grain silo through the center of the country. We hit up Zalapa. We replace this train because I guess this game wants to interrupt. Excuse you. Past this other coffee farm. Down into the Yucatan. Past into Belize. Of course, Honduras and El Salvador. And it goes all the way south to just missing Panama. It's not here, so no Panama. We'll assume this is the Panama Canal. My goodness, that is a huge canal. And it was a lot smaller in the videos. But anyways, we'll then go on the Yucatan to Merida, Cancun, which I totally did not add on my own. And this is a nice little stop to have a bridge go across the Caribbean all the way to Cuba and all the other stuff. It's going to look so weird. I don't even know if we can do it. Wait a minute now. I don't think we can. Because the bridges have to be straight. No! Oh dear. No, we can't! Oh, that sucks. That was kind of part of my plan there, but I guess if I'm looking at where this goes, remember the bridges have to be straight. Oh, that sucks. Well, damn. I was kind of hoping we could do it, but it's not far enough north. Okay. So you're telling me the only way to do this is from Florida? Like this? Oh, that is, not what I had in mind, but okay. We could do it. Alright, so that's enough out of you. So we're gonna have to keep all this in mind, I'm afraid. It's not what I wanted to do, but so be it. Well, same with Haiti, too. Another city I totally didn't add. Wow, some of this is going to be very difficult. Yeah, look at the grading on that towards the end. Ew. Of course, we have Jamaica over here, too. That is going to be Jamaican me crazy to get through that. Yes, I meant to do that. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Don't everybody else unsub at once. All right. We'll worry about the Caribbean some other time. We got what we came here for anyways over here, so let's go back to where we started. We got to make a left turn at Albuquerque, and hopefully it's not the wrong one. So I'm going to have this go through Albuquerque. We're better off staying along the riverbed here. That is not what I wanted to do. All right. There's no easy route to El Paso over here. Unless... we do that, and we have a station over there. That's probably going to be what ends up happening. This, I guess, will end up with the line in San Antonio as part of our southern transcontinental route. But that route will probably officially come out over here. All right. And then this is going to eventually bounce west towards Phoenix. Where? Probably right about here. So let me get to Albuquerque and El Paso first. Get those stations up and running. Yeah, give us the large station because we need all of Albuquerque. Again, whatever you do, don't make a wrong turn there. I hear it ends up very terribly. Just ask Wile E. Coyote. Just ask Bugs Bunny. He knows. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference. Anyways, there we go. And just because I can. Oh, perfect. That couldn't have gone any better even if I asked it to. Nice. Alright. More materials. Yay! And we got more cattle and stuff over here. Hooray! I like that. Alright. We're going to be sticking around in the desert for a little bit here. I'm not going to do any trains for right now. Let's see. We have well, look at this. We got an existing line over here, so this is going to work out nicely. If we can dodge the hilly grades, that is. So I'm going to build this. Torreon is our next stop. And then I think it's just a straight shot to Chihuahua. I love that name. This also appears in the U.S. map, too, so kind of a callback to that map, unintentional, albeit. And now we have that hooked up. I'm looking at the west coast of Mexico. There's really nothing there. Mexicali has... interesting. But all the stats are very poor, so I don't like that. We have Mexicali and its random grain. There's nothing along the Baja. We have San Diego and LA. LA would probably be the destination here. And then California, etc. Vegas has some stuff too, but not very much. Okay. We have Phoenix. So that's what's down here in the desert. So what I'll probably do is have this rail push towards Phoenix and Mexicali and LA. I love how there's houses on this island. That's random. What are we doing there? I wonder who lives there. My goodness. Must be some Hollywood celebs that really want their privacy. I don't blame them. Get away from all the crazy people. Anyways. Speaking of craziness. Here we go. So now Chihuahua and Torreon have what they need. Oh, yeah, I do. You know what? Give me a warehouse. Give me that warehouse. I've been neglecting these, and I'm going to have to go through every station and do this later. I'll take the grain farm, too, if it's over there as well. Alright, I'm not building anything just yet. Correct, well, except this station so I can claim this cattle farm. And but other than that, we're not really building anything else. Okay, now we're done. Alright. You also have a random cotton farm over here, too. I could build out for that. We have plenty of textile mills in the area, so... I guess. Alright, you convinced me to do it. Alright. I mean, why the heck not? Alright. No. What the hell was that? Alright, there we go. Alright, that's all set. Once again, we're not building anything just yet, and sure enough, right from here is where I would start my path to Phoenix. The river kind of complicates things. And let's see, if we can get this to Phoenix, that'd be awesome. Oh, there's some grading. Oh dear. You know what? As long as it's straight, fine. I'll do it. Vegas. I think Mexicali is the easiest of the two to reach. So let's get over to Colorado River here. I guess from there we would have to figure out a way to get... Ooh, I think I see it. Is that it right there? That little valley? This right here. Is this it? I think so. I seriously think we can make it to LA easily. Huh. The only question is how would I get further north, and these hills are not doing me any favors here. Oh, that is going to be a pain in my you-know-what. That's... Oh God. Ha ha ha. What are we doing here? Alright, since I gotta be... There's always a way here, isn't there? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, if we go along the coast, if you look very carefully, I think there's a small valley over here, and if we can make it all the way to San Fran, and maybe come out here. So in other words, we can do this without causing any issues from a grading standpoint. That would be awesome. Let's just build the infrastructure and not worry about... We'll worry about the... Yeah, so it has to be like that. I see the route out. Ah, you... Ta-da! We did it. I'm gonna stop there. There's no need to continue onwards towards further north, basically. That's all I really wanted to do. Wait a minute now. Ooh, but there's no oil, though. That's the problem. But glad to say we have our first refinery. Even though there's, like, no, you know, oil there. Meanwhile, we got the pathway to San Diego, so there's that, I guess. So there we go. In one foul swoop, we ended up going to California. Well, almost. Meanwhile, there it is. There's a refinery. We do have some oil wells that did re-emerge. There was one outside of Lake Charles. Now there's one over here, which we own. We can do it. We actually can freaking do it, except then we have nowhere to send the diesel fuel, which it has to go to an electric plant, which we don't have. Well, that is a bummer. Okay, that was a total buzzkill. Yeah, no electric plant, no oil. That is no diesel. That is not gonna work. No, I don't want that. Why would I want that? I do want this though. All right. Let's build our stations here. We gotta get those. Mexicali. San Diego. Okay, how about Los Angeles? We have grain here, so there's that. From where? Oh, I was just going to say, from where, though? No, I'm thinking about it. San Francisco, let's make sure we get the port, yes. Which means we will need to have a customs house, that's the rule. And obviously this is where our track leaves off. We might be able to make it to Reno okay. We'll get to the Nevada cities in a little bit. Let's see. Looking around. I see one train already. 2 potential trains already. Oh, that sucks that there's a pulpwood in them. Alright. So how are those doing, by the way? Okay, all 3 are off. They're kind of halfway there, so that's good. Hopefully they don't crash. I'm going to have one go from El Paso all the way west. Alright, San Francisco, I guess. Actually. Have it go all the way to Houston. And then we'll have another one go from Phoenix and stay local. In fact, we'll have 2 we'll just have one go in California in general. And that should do the trick. It's more of a localized passenger rail there. Okay, there we go. We took care of the grain. Sent it to Los Angeles here. San Diego, excuse me. It's a shame we can't use the lumber, which is weird because they have... Yeah, you see what's the problem is, but there's no way to really use it. Okay, that makes sense, game. Okay, you do you, I guess. Yes, I did just set up the trains for the western route too, but we'll make an exception for right now. We'll get back to the Mexico ones in a little bit. Alright. I guess we'll deal with the Nevada stuff first before we go on any further here. So, how do we get to Reno? How do we get to Reno? I guess that's how, but it's not how I would have drawn it up. Alright. I'm gonna have to use the grading tool for this. Because we need to get to Las Vegas over here. So the goal is to try to keep the grading down as much as we possibly can here. Something, it's less red and yellow and more easiness. All right. If I can do that. Oh dear. That's the best I can do. Alright, we've effectively made it to Vegas, but now we've got to connect it to Phoenix. Or at least connect it to our Phoenix line here. Okay. Oh, it's actually coming out near Mexicali, which I guess works. Alright, there we go. So, let's see. Let's get Vegas here. We'll go over to Reno here, too. Except I just noticed there's not 4 houses. Well, there is a cattle farm. We'll take it. There is a slaughterhouse. We'll take it. I go back a step. There you go. Oh, whoa! Reno is in this town. No. We gotta go to Las Vegas at bare minimum. Same with you. Alright. Annoyed? Don't get annoyed. Bruh. Almost got 1 million shares there. Okay, we're looking good. Alright, anything else? If we could get the cattle thing. Okay, I think I got an idea, though. We'll take the... Let's see, we'll build this all the... Whoa, we missed. Ah, did you miss? Yes. There. That's just so we can get that. Guess we could send it to LA. Actually, no, we'll send it to San Diego and send it off to San Francisco. Which means I actually want to switch this. There we go. I'll send it to Mexicali instead. And we somehow are bypassing this. So, let's see. Now we can actually do something with that. Alright. There's nothing we can do with the paper, but I don't care. As long as we can do something with the lumber, it's fine. Okay, that's enough. Jeez. Train's just be crashing on me like crazy. We'll have a northern line go from here north towards Eureka at L, so, you know, towards the Great Northwest. But we'll deal with that some other time. I'm not going to deal with it right now. We, in the meantime, have to go back to our original route over here. We gotta go for the mountains. Yeah, it works. I'll have one starting off in Denver and then moving south. Alright. And of course we needed one in Mexico here, so El Paso is the starting city. Matamoros. There we go. That should work. And then I'll just have one stay in Mexico here. There we go. And then we'll just keep that in Mexico and we're all set. Where do I want to send things now? Grain should go to Chihuahua. Or... There was one... Oh, there is one. It's hiding on us. But it's there. There's not one closer. Ah, dang it. Okay, the El Paso one we'll send somewhere else. Yeah, we'll send it there. Wait a minute. Oh, we can do something cool here. Hold on. See what I did there? Ah, I knew there was something we could do here. That worked out beautifully. I wasn't even intending on doing that, and yet somehow here we are. Oh, don't take the bloom off the boom. What are we doing here? No, I didn't ask for that. Bad game. Bad. Okay. Got that going. I'll send the wool to Chihuahua or Torreon. Torreon it is. Okay, that's all set too. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Oh, the cotton. That can go to Chihuahua. Okay, that's all set too. Cattle, I'll send that to Mexico City. Okay, that's all set. Let's see. Guadalajara's fine. Do I really want to send it to... Nah, we're not going to do that. It's a little bit too risky. But we will do that. Oh, look at that. We can send goods out for the port, too. So that's double bonus. Very nice. Wait, I don't want to send it to Monterey. What are we doing? Wrong. We'll send it to Nuevo Lardo. Less of a hill to deal with. I like less hills. Please and thank you. Speaking of... There's that too. Alright, so that's looking good. Is there anything we forgot, or am I good? How about that? Okay, that's all set. So this one, instead of Monterey, will go towards... I'll send it to Mexico City. Alright, there we go. We got that rolling too. I figured another one would be fine. Perfectly fine! Alright. Let's see what else we got. Oh, a sugar farm. Any other random industries that we could utilize in this area? You know, we gotta make sure those are, those exist too. So far, I don't see anything else to poach. Except that. And that. Not that. But definitely that. Okay. We'll deal with additional routes later on. I'm not going to really worry about that too much. As long as we got the basics, we're good. Oh. Okay, anything else? We got a lot of cattle in this area. Alright, let's see if we can do something with this. Okay, that works. It's not perfect, but it'll work. I don't know what we're going to do with the iron, but we'll figure something out. Okay. Start with the easiest one first. Yeah. So that's the only paper mill that I see in sight. Okay, there's that. Got two, so one to El Paso, one to Albuquerque. Okay, that works. I'll send it to Denver. This actually works, bizarrely enough. Okay. Same route! Well, that's unusual. I've never had that happen. Alright. The other one can go to... I'm looking for something a little further out. Dallas-Fort Worth? How about Houston? Alright. Trying to spread everything out here while the money is still good. Yep, there we go. Alright, that works. The iron we can't do anything with because there's no coal in sight. Unless, wait a minute now. Oh, but this is all the way up in the mountains. That's not going to do me any good. Well, you know what? Get rid of this for a minute. I spoke too soon because I guess there is some up here. And of course we got our coal mill over here. You know what? I guess we could do that. Alright. As the station gets it. I mean, the wood stuff is extra. I wasn't expecting to get that. I wasn't looking to get it. Annoyed? Don't be annoyed. Be glad that I'm making you money, jerks. Speaking of which, make sure they don't... congrats, we're over 1 million shares now. We have 160 million in the bank. I might have to do something about that. Where would I send the steel towards? The same mill in Monterey? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Speaking of, wait a minute, I just remembered something. Oh, well, that's not happening. Oh, that's wonderful. Recession ahead. I love recessions. Yay! Since wasn't this game imitating real life? Or anyways. It's trying to get 2 for 1 here, but it's not letting me do it. Nope, you're gonna give it. Now the coal mine's more important, so I need it for steel. All right. Sure, why not? Is there an iron mine nearby, or am I not gonna see it? I think we're... Oh... Yeah, we could use it from the same one, I guess. That's true. Alright. Now, where would I send this to is my next question. The thing in Great Falls again? Yeah. Alright. Let's put Great Falls to work, I guess. Huh. And then... Yeah, we'll send it past to Albuquerque. Okay, that works. This one will go further south towards this. This is kind of an also interesting test case for our steel mills in Appalachia that will eventually hit. From here, Paso or Chihuahua? Or do we go somewhere closer, but Denver doesn't really need to have much more demand. We're already sending a lot to it. I'll meet it halfway and also go to Albuquerque. Oh, wait a minute, which means, yeah. Alright, El Paso it is. I don't want it to overcrowd that area. Alright. There we go. Now we got some steel production working. Kinda, sorta, I guess. Alright, we'll connect those two little bits up just because we can. Wilson's now a town. I didn't even notice that. Huh, interesting. You have a paper mill, too. Also interesting. Huh, alright. I have a bit of track over here, so I don't mind. Let's hope we can send this paper somewhere. I mean, it has to go here. Uh-oh. I don't think we have anywhere to send this to. Oh, God. What have I done? My whole plan is ruined. My whole plan is ruined. Never mind. Abort. So the issue is we have nowhere to send the paper mill to. We gotta send it to a city. There's clearly none in the area. That stinks. That really stinks. Oh, man. Yeah, there's no cities in this area quite yet. Calgary looks like it's the closest to being a city. There's 7 houses there, but it's not quite there yet. Edmonton has 6. So it's not as if there isn't one. It's just there's nothing that would demand it. That is a real shame, too, because we actually have both in Regina, but yet I can't do anything about it. So, I guess we're kind of SOL there. Alright. Meantime, there's something I want to do here. Involving Thompson and an unconnected line we've got going here. This is kind of unrelated. We'll just do a single track here. Put it right through the woods. Connect both up here. Just keep extending this west. Oh my goodness, look how straight this is. This is just nuts. All right, there we go. That works. Don't cut my salary, please. How dare you? Okay, so now we got kind of a northern route there for Thompson. I'll put a station there, too. We'll need everything. There we go. I know, got like a little northern route going here through the forest up towards near the Hudson Bay over here, but we've connected Thompson. Those two towns don't really have anything. Seriously? They have a dairy processor and everybody else doesn't? That makes total sense. You don't have nothing. Speaking of dairy processors, hold the phone on that one for 1 minute. If you're seeing yellow milk, that's because it's raw milk. But again, the game will kick us out of that. So I don't want to do that. Again, there's one in Detroit. Or whatever that city is. But anyways. Yeah, there's not really. We have a dairy farm over there, though. I mean, I suppose what I could do is connect from here and extend the line north. Aha! We finally have electric trains. But we will not be getting them. We won't be dealing with those till much later in the game, though. Or in 1895. We still have a long ways to go before we start electrifying everything in sight. That is, believe me, that is on the last of my concerns at the moment. Alright, there we go. Okay. So let's see. You. And a refrigerator. Just because we can. Okay. Hey, we have a train broken down there. What the heck? It's the game. Bruh. Alright. Actually, we should send it somewhere that's gonna need it. Oh, screw it. That's fine. Fine, I'll build a full junction. Alright. I wonder how old some of these trains are. They've got to be at least almost 50 years old. My goodness. Oh. Give me that. Look at Moncton go over here. Good grief. That city has definitely come along, that's for sure. Look at that. And Halifax has one too. Good, you put that economy back on track. And leave the don't intend to pun. Also, I could have sent this to Halifax? Huh, okay, that was good to know before I saw that. But it just gave me an excuse to connect to Chicoutimi. Or whatever it's called! The city that's there. Alright, whatever. Albany really has nothing else. I don't see any other industries pop up over here. Good grief, this is all crowded. I'll take that. Not that. Not that. Alright. Toronto has a cement plant, but we still have no gravel, though. That's the problem. I can't really do anything without that without gravel. Kind of a thing, game, but okay, you do you. I can't make this up. I really can't make this up. Oh, there it is, too. Oh, my God. The jokes write themselves sometimes. All right, hold on for 1 minute. There's actually some dramatic irony over here. my goodness. No way. Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on for just a second. I think from this point forward, we're going to stick to Mogul. So this will be the first Mogul train we have. That could not have worked out any better, even if I asked it. So there we go. We'll bust out the Mogul here in Oklahoma City. And look at that. Already we're putting that gravel pit to use, and I didn't even have to do anything. Isn't that wonderful? Can't do anything about this because there's no electric plants. Unless... No, there's no shipping out of diesel. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there's a lot of diesel plants, but nothing we can do about it. So there is that going, I guess. Give me that. Is there any more milk? Outside of the one there, where they're all in the Midwest. I noticed they're all clustered. There's no, like, random bits out here, so that's fine. And the yellow is just, yeah, you know, unprocessed stuff, so there's that. I guess for before I hit the off switch here, is there anything else? I do see a wool farm. But with nowhere to really send it to, it just makes no sense. So there's that working for us. Or in this case, not so much. I mean, there's a textile mill in Minneapolis, but do I really want to do that? I guess not entirely. If only there was a city in sight in here in Alberta, that'd be nice. Okay, so that's kind of a bummer, but so be it, I guess. Bummer. All right, that's fine. All right. Well, you know what? We did a lot today. I think mission accomplished. So I think I'm going to call it there. So, yeah, we got quite a bit done. I need some more stock. And you know what? We're going to end this by increasing the dividend, too. Give me $2. You know what? I like that amount. How about $2.50, which is one less than $3.50? Okay, I meant to do that. Might help, too. We can definitely afford it from a cash flow perspective. I don't mind taking it a little bit off. We're still building tracks, so we'll keep Mr. Mayor, but eventually I'll switch over once I'm done. Especially since we're going through mountains, too, which is all these little brown spots, so... Mission accomplished today. We got through Mexico. We made it all the way down to Mexico's capital city, as well as the big cities here in the Mexican desert. And we somehow made it across the desert all the way to Phoenix, and even hit up California and Nevada. Look at us. We're just growing and growing as we approach the 20th century here. So I think next time out... Well, that's a really good question here. I think what we ought to do... There's two ways we can do this here, basically. Three, actually. The first is we continue down through Central America. Basically through the rest of Mexico here. The second is we will leapfrog here from Florida, use this as a launch pad to make it all the way to Cuba. Even though we don't have to leave everything connected, it might not be a bad idea to do it. As for Jamaica and Haiti, I'll figure this out. We may not be able to pull it off. Same with the Bahamas, too. Bahamas are just chilling there, just not doing a thing. Or three, we can go back to... Or perhaps instead I could cough up some stuff, never mind, and head on over to the west coast over here, to the Great Pacific Northwest. We got options, but that's really the only three areas we could build on, and then it's just a matter of funneling, doing the thing where A, we funnel money into our account, and B, we then connect some industries up. And hopefully we don't our company doesn't crash under the weight of all of this. Profitability-wise, we are holding up, but we're not really going anywhere. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. So, if we need to start swapping out trains, I'm gonna do it. So, anyways, that's all for me. You know what buttons to hit as usual, and I will see you on the next one. And remember to always save your game. Peace out, y'all.